Hi everybody, so this is video number 5, SIBO and bloating explained. Okay, let me know if you like these videos so far and if you have any questions so I can explain. Okay, so we explained in the previous video the two factors that influence the bloating, and now we'll that was the gastric acid and the bile acids. Okay, so now we'll explain number 3, which is the bile activates the FHR nuclear receptor. So this is the receptor in the cells and triggers they like giving order to the cells to produce antimicrobial compounds during the meal. So bile has two functions besides the many other functions, diluting the fats so that the lipase can assimilate the fat-soluble vitamins, nutrients when they are absorbed. But we are discussing now for SIBO and bloating for the bacteria overgrowth. So bile is antimicrobial by itself, and it's triggering this FHR nuclear receptor of the cells, so the cells can produce the antimicrobial compounds in the same time. So double attack to the microbes. Okay, so this is very important because these antimicrobial compounds also are protecting IBS, so they are protecting diabetes because they are also metabolizing glucose, which is also important, and preventing colon cancer. So bile has a very important function in preventing SIBO and bloating. Just explain. So if this relates to the liver, so if the liver, because we know liver is producing the bile, it's the major organ that produces the bile. So if liver is compromised, it's not working properly, like the study showed that non-alcoholic liver disease and SIBO are related. So what is non-alcoholic liver disease? Alcoholic, we know it's from too much alcohol. They have people have like fatty liver, and liver is congested and cannot produce do the function that it does. But non-alcoholic, it's the same fatty liver. It's created by by eating fast foods, like processed food, like carbs, sugars, some non-healthy food, and getting toxins in the food that the food is rich in toxins, which is sprayed, and pesticides, herbicides. So we clog the liver and we create like fatty liver. Then the liver cannot produce bile that is required to kill the microbes in the small intestines. And it has been shown that those that are diagnosed with SIBO, 45% of them have non-alcoholic liver disease and has elevated ALT, AST, the markers for the liver enzymes. This shows there is inflammation in the liver. Okay, so now you know the connection with the liver and the bile and the SIBO and the bloating. Everything is interconnected. If you are following all these video series, please watch them one by one. Okay. Then 23% of them have diabetes because, as we explained, this bile is activating this nuclear receptor, which is metabolizing glucose also. Okay, so that's why if it's not working properly, then we have diabetes can happen, type 2 diabetes. Then 54% hypertension. Okay, so clogged out arteries. And metabolic syndrome, 78% of them. So metabolism is not functioning properly. Okay, so when the liver is not working properly, it's not functioning properly, we have all kind of health issues. So this liver is very interconnected with the SIBO, with the bloating, and with many other health issues in the person. Okay, so number 4 is peristalsis, the movement of the intestines, or migrating motor complex, which is very important. When the food comes in the intestines, this is like it's when the cells are triggered in the same time when the food is there to start moving. It's like electrical signals, like to make them contract and just move the food further down. This is natural thing, And if this is not working properly, then we have bacteria overgrowth, stagnation. Then we have like hydrogen sulfate, SIBO, methane, depending on kind of bacteria which is overgrowing, which doesn't matter, there is disbalance. We already know. It's not like we need to test which kind. Is it methane? Is it hydrogen sulfate? Is it this and that? There is disbalance. obviously. Okay, and then celiac disease can occur, and diabetes, and also LPS. LPS, as I mentioned before, is the toxins that the bad bacteria have in their cell membrane, and this LPS creates leaky gut. Okay, so most of the time, these people who have SIBO and they have bad bacteria overgrowth, they have most probably leaky gut happening. So the gut is leaking, and all the toxins, all the bad bacteria goes inside the blood and everywhere in our body, and creates a lot of different symptoms and diseases, of course. Okay. And hypothyroidism also slows down the migrating motor complex. The people who have thyroid issues, they have like slow metabolism and is slowing down the movement of the intestine. The thing is about the LPS, the lipopolysaccharides, they're when they leak through the gut, and you don't have to have leaky gut to because LPS are compounds that can go through the cells in the gut, even if you don't have a leaky gut, because they are attached to the fat cells, right? And they go through the cells like on a backpack, you know, and they go directly into the blood. So LPS, and then when they go through in the blood, they go in the area in the brain where the signals from the brain are sent to the intestines and bowel to move, the migrating motor complex, okay, and peristalsis. So this LPS is blocking this signal from the brain that goes and telling the intestines to move. This is very important. So in this case, the prokinetics don't work because of the signals from the brain is not going down. So signals from the brain are not going down, telling the intestines to move, to have good peristalsis, to have movement. Okay, this is all interconnected. So we need to remove to reduce the bad bacteria. We need to heal the leaky gut, and so that the brain can regulate the signals and to have a proper movement in the intestines. So the LPS endotoxins are very common in this situation, in SIBO and bloating, when the people have this issue. The thing is that people who have SIBO and bloating, they avoid like carbohydrates and sugar food, and because they're bloating, they're making them bloated, right? And they eat more fats and proteins. But the fats, as I said, the fat is easily carrying the LPS through the gut cells, carrying them directly into the area of the brain that is blocking the signaling to make the intestine move, the peristalsis. So in this case, so I mentioned everything so far. And so I already explained the four reasons that we have SIBO and bloating. And in my next video, I will explain about what to take to improve this function, to improve the bloating, to improve the digestion. And let me know if you have any of these issues that you think that you have happening at the moment in your intestines, in the brain, in the peristalsis. And we can improve the peristalsis also by triggering the vagus nerve. If you don't know, I can just mention that you can improve the vagus nerve by gargling, by put the water in, or some tea in the throat and just gargle, you know, and also by laughing. So, but if you laugh honestly, you know, just from heart, you know, with sound, this is also triggering the vagus nerve and improving the movement, the peristalsis. Okay, so in the next video I will share some tips, and let me know if you like. You can share this video with friends or family who you believe that they have this kind of issues that I already mentioned, and so they can learn what is the root cause of having all these health issues. It's very important people to understand what is causing it, that it's not just like taking laxatives or prokinetics, and that will not solve it. Maybe temporary, but that will not solve the bigger issue, the complete body function, you know. That's what we need to improve. and the body will normalize by itself. Okay, so see you next time. Take care. Bye.